Fran and I had twins. They were born in 1976, boy and a girl, Kevin and Carla. Carla was beautiful, literally beautiful, brilliant, creative, but she had died. And that's what launched us into suicide grief.
The day he died, he was talking to me, but I knew his energy was weird. And he said, "I love you, Mom." And that was the last thing I ever heard him say.
I lost my husband, Connor, to suicide 25 years ago, and it has shaped my life in the most profound way.
Katie lived a good life. She lived 11 years with this bipolar disorder. 3 hours after we found she died, I wrote her obituary. And it was just a short, simple obituary that said, Katie had bipolar disorder, but she was a wonderful child of God, and she's not defined by bipolar disorder.
I came to understand that Marianne, my sister, had died by suicide. And when it comes to suicide, we sometimes think of it in the abstract. We must be very careful to remember there's a person and a story, and this is very precious to God.
I was really suffering in the aftermath because I really didn't understand why God would allow this to happen to Connor, would allow it to happen to me.
If I listened really well, instead of like letting the anger rage in my head and my heart, I can hear God say, "I was there and it was horrible. I loved him too."
There is a special kind of suffering that comes with suicide loss that actually the church can minister to by allowing us to know and to be reminded that Christ is always with us.
And Jesus knows all about our troubles, you know, he knows them, he experienced them. Every sorrow, every pain, every grief that would ever be experienced by all of humanity, he experienced on that cross.
Suicide and death, as Christians, we know that death is not the end. Death by suicide is not the end. There's always the resurrection and salvation, and there's always hope. And that's the one thing that's come out of this belief that God can overcome everything.
I don't have all the answers, even though I've studied this for almost 4 decades. But I do know that within the wretchedness and the pain that comes with suicide, there's the potential to live your life differently because you knew this person, they were a part of your life, and you'll never forget them.
We remember her for her courage because whatever her struggles, she fought.
Carla's version of the Serenity Prayer, it is our prayer, written by Carla shortly before she died. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Show me the trace of you in everyone I know. Gently turn my gaze back home toward simplicity, grace, and gratitude. Remind me that we are all imperfect, holy, and free. Open me to know and embrace your peace. Amen.